Susan's trying to get on.
Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. We've got a good turnout tonight. Hey, Laura, I haven't seen you. And we are here to talk about using the guest special to boost sales. Who knows what the guest special is for May? We'll talk about May since we're almost done with April.
The slotted spatula and the regular spatula.
Yeah,
Turner.
the Turner. That's right. That's right. So, you know, when I'm thinking about, let me let her in. When I think about using the guest special, you know, normally we talk about using the host special and how to attack that. And so it was a little bit of a challenge for me to think about how to use the guest special. And so I divided up into two different categories. Inside your parties and not inside your parties, outside your parties. And so there are a lot of different ways that you can use that guest special, you know, and some obvious ones are, we talk about the full service guest checkout, as Tina is so good at, and that comes from the live cooking shows, but we can do it also in our online shows too. A lot of the things that you would do in a live cooking show, you can also like replicate them in the virtual format. So the full service checkout is typically when you would, at a cooking show, when you would sit down with the guest, go through their purchases, say, oh, did you enjoy the party? Tell me, you know, what you liked the most and things like that. Tina is a master at the full service checkout. Yes, you are. And you'd also talk about, you know, whether they like to host a party. But one of the things you would mention to them is if they were close, and I say close, to earning the guest special, maybe within $20 or so, you'd say, oh my gosh, you're only $20 away from getting a free gift from Pampered Chef. What, you know, is there anything that you'd like to purchase? Is there anything you'd like to add on to your order? You can do that in a virtual party too. It's really a great idea to, when not just post those thank yous when those orders come in, but to really look at what they're ordering and say, you know, find a way to boost sales. See if there's anything you can add on. This is a really good reminder for us to be looking at the orders and not just moving on in our day. So there could be something that they've ordered, you know, let's say, and this is just an example, but pretty obvious one, and I know they can't order the air fryer right now, but if they could order the air fryer, it would be such an easy upsell to say, hey, the meal set's only, you know, what is it, like $3, $6 more?
$6 more.
$3, and would you like to upgrade, or I'll upgrade it for you, or something like that. But there are a lot of other items. Somebody could purchase the snack bar maker, and you could talk to them about the benefits of upgrading to the snack bar maker set, meaning that teal spatula that comes with it is the perfect size to press the ingredients right down into the wells of the snack bar maker. But if you're doing that full service checkout and you see that they're close to getting the guest special in a virtual party, something that I usually say to them is there anything from your wish list? You're very close to getting this free gift. Is there anything from your wish list that you are on the fence about ordering? And so that's a really good way to approach it with them. It doesn't sound like you're trying to push them just to make another sale, but you're trying to give them something. You're trying to give them this free gift, but also with something that they were going to purchase anyway, if that makes sense. They were on the fence about ordering anyway. Some other ideas, so in addition to the full service checkout, some other things you can do. I always post the guest special in my welcome post before the party ever gets started. I think it's really good for them to go into the party knowing that what the special is for that month. Some people also post it in the banner, in the cover photo for the group. I think that's a great idea too, to post it there. Let's see. You could also, another idea is to go live with that item if you have it, especially if it's something a couple months ago. Oh, that was a host special. If it's something that's a little bit more like you have to see it to see how it works, something really good, like maybe the brownie pan or something like that was the special a couple months ago. If it's something where you can really show it off, go live with it, or create, if you're not comfortable going live, create a video that you can use in all of your parties for the entire month. So that's a really good way to bring some attention to it. I have found in my parties, one of the guests' favorite parts of my online parties is my videos. And I normally sell a couple of whatever videos I've posted into the virtual party. And it usually is after that point. So after I post it, I usually have a couple people buying some of those items. So it's kind of a cool thing. And they've told me that they really enjoy seeing those products in action. So use it in a recipe. Another fun way to feature it in your virtual parties is come up with some kind of cute graphic. You could come up with 10 ways to use the small tongs. You know how they have the graphics for the mix and chop and the graphics for, what are some of the other ones? The manual food processor, things you can do with it. Why not come up with something like that on your own, different things that you could use with the small tongs, or something like funny, you know, something like, I flippin' love this month's special, or I flippin' love my, you know, the dad in my life, or something like that, because we're coming up on Father's Day. So you could come up with something kind of cheesy, you know, but kind of fun. And it's those attention grabbing graphics that really stick that product in their mind and let them remember, hey, if I get to this level, I'm going to get something for free. And I know that they did raise that level up to $80 at the start of this year, I think. Maybe in the fall, I think they did that. But the products that they're giving those guests for getting to that $80 level are so much better than what they used to be. So it's not a little small thing that they're getting. They're getting a pretty good size item. Any other ideas of what you could do inside of your parties to feature that guest special?
If I could share one that Sheila shared with me the other day that I thought was kind of like one of those aha. I got to spend a little bit of time with Sheila and Tina on the phone the other day and got some really good tips. And one of the things that Sheila has started doing is those emails that we get that an order has been added to our party. Sheila is using those emails and she's responding to those people of just saying, hey, thank you so much for your, I started doing, I did it on the orders I got yesterday. And I put in there, see, I'm pretty tired, but something like, hey, thank you for your order. Your kitchen is going to be so excited. I know that you're going to love and whatever they, you know, one of the things that your new products, you know, if you need anything, please let me know. Or if you'd like to book a party, you know, she goes into the full service checkout right then. And starts talking about booking a party then. And if they're close on those items, to go ahead and suggest it there. Now, Susan, we just talked about this today, as a matter of fact. So I want to tell Susan to share what she did to get her party to qualify today with the host. Did you get it? Was it a host special that you got, or was it just qualifying?
She qualified.
Okay,
but,
so it wasn't the host special, so it doesn't really pertain.
It wasn't the host special. It was the mix and chop where I shared it, the video that they put out on just the website or the Facebook page for Pampered Chef, and I just usually share those videos on my Facebook page. And,
no, I was talking about what you were told me earlier about using your host. Use your host to get them to add on to, and that was the guest special.
Yeah, that was the guest special. Yeah, I have my host.
I was like, wait a minute. No, that I am talking about the right thing.
Yeah, when they're close to this guest special, I have the host message them, because I think it's less, I don't think they feel like I'm just trying to pressure them to buy more. I think it feels more like I genuinely just am making sure that they know, hey, I'm just making sure you knew that you were close to this amount. Because sometimes when we do it, I think it feels like, well, they just really want me to spend more money. So they're not really just looking out for me. So I tell the host, hey, just to make sure, will you mention to them, you know, they were really close to the guest special, and just make sure if they wanted me to add something so they could go ahead and get that. And if they do, let them know I can add it for them and I can update it and send them their receipt or whatever. So
And that's a great idea. I don't think that I've thought about having the host ask, and especially maybe if it's somebody that you haven't really been in contact with yet, that could be a great option. Or you could reach out to them, as the consultant too, if you're comfortable doing that in a certain way that it makes you more approachable. And it starts to also build a relationship with that with that guest. So you can do either one. And I think
one of the things that I say, Heather, is the wording that I use is I will say, hey, you're like $15 away from the free guest special. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that. Does that matter to you? So I'm putting the ball in their court. So it doesn't sound pressured at all. And actually, most of them are like, oh, really? Thanks for letting me know. Or no, thank you, but I appreciate you, reaching out to me. So everybody, that I've never had anybody like be negative about it. So
right,
yeah,
me
I
too.
think both ways are great. I think your host doing it, or if you feel comfortable to have, just that kind of low key, low pressure, just, hey, I want, because you know what, if I was close to getting something free, I'd like to know it because I like free stuff, and if it means getting putting something else on, there that I really wanted anyhow.
Right, exactly. Something that's really useful like that. And especially, my gosh, in June, those tongs, the small tongs, I love. So I'm going to be like, you all need this. And I'll probably be, showing them off on a video or something, just because I love my tongs so much. Now, we've talked a little bit about the inside the parties. You can't, one other thing I wanted to mention is something that even I'm kind of guilty of is relying on the graphics that are given to us by home office. And they're really great, that tortilla warmer one that I've used at all my parties. But how easy would it be to take that and put it onto a different background with some fun wording or, a picture of it being used somewhere else and create a more interesting graphic. So I think it's really great to not necessarily rely on the graphics. And plus, it keeps us out of Facebook jail even more when we don't use the graphics as they are from home office. For a lot of the graphics, I usually do put them on something, some other kind of background, or put them with other pictures or things like that. But for the guest special, I don't typically do that. So I'm going to start, really paying attention to that. I think that's somewhere where I could improve. Now, all of that said, everything that we've done inside the parties, we can do outside the parties too, right? Everything from, posting it obviously on our wall instead of in the party. We can go live or share the video. If we just make a video and not a live video, we can share that from our business page onto our VIP group. We can share it onto our personal page so that people can see that. We can post, a really cute graphic of it. Like I said, the Father's Day, like I flipping love my dad. And ask people, oh, what's one great thing about your dad that you flip over, or something like, just be silly with it.
Oh, that's cute.
Another thing you could do is if you see, and I'm just going to use June as an example because it's an easy one to see. If you have a guest special, like the small tongs, why not go into your past orders, the report that's on Consultants Corner, and see who's ordered the large tongs. See who's ordered the small tongs, see if they love them and need a gift for somebody. Let them know, hey, I just want to let you know it's on special. If you needed to pick another one up, they might love it. You could also, one idea I had is to go into wish lists. Look at your wish lists that are on Consultants Corner. And I believe, Tina, you would know for sure. I believe you can search by, yes, you can search by item on your wish lists, right? I'm almost sure.
That I don't know. Honestly, I've never actually tried to search a wish list.
I think I've done it before. I'm almost positive you can. So if you go into and look at the people that have submitted wish lists on your site and look to see who wants it and just let them know, oh my goodness, it's on special. You could order something that's on your wish list anyway and get that thing for free. So that's another way. Another idea that you could put out there. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but yes, we have actually used that already. You can look at other people's wish list and use that. I use that as a selling point too, by the way, is going into that.
Were you able to search by item?
You are.
on
I
the
just
list?
found it. I
thought
just
so.
found
I
it.
think I've done it.
It's under master wish list report. It's in reports and tracking. So click on reports and tracking and then go to, hold on, I'll tell you exactly.
Want
Go
to say-
to customer, go to registry and wish list and then choose master wish list report. And then you can choose what item you're looking for that might be on some of the wish lists that are created under you.
And that'd be a great thing to do for the mix and shop right now. Also, it would be a great thing to do for any host special. That's just a way that you can go in and connect with your customers that are wanting those items anyway. If you see somebody is wanting cookware, or more recently wanting the cast iron skillet set or the double burner grill pan, those are expensive items. And if you go and run a report like that and see who's wanting them, then you can reach out to them and say, hey, you know, just so you know, you can book a party this month and get that item off your wish list. Check. One other idea just for, you know, to connect with your customers is you could put together, I love that this is our own business. We can do whatever we want with it pretty much. So you can put together a Father's Day package using that, using the Turners. Or, you know, in June, you can put together some kind of package where they would qualify by getting $80 worth of products and they would get that Turner for free. So you could say, oh, get a Father's Day package with a digital thermometer, 2 rubs, and the quick shred. And that would put them over that 8, and the Turner will be free. So it's just a couple little things that you can do. You know, it's not really saving them any money, but it's just a fun little package so that they can see why, yes, we have the Turners as, you know, next month's guest special, but it's for a reason. It's because Father's Day is coming up, and you know, they can see, oh wow, the father in my life would just love that. He'd love this little package. So it's just a fun way to connect in the guest special with what's going on in their lives. So anyone else have any ideas? I'm trying to see if I think I've hit everything on my list.
That's a great idea about the wish list. I'm doing it right now. I'm looking in there. I'm like, what? There's that cookware in there.
Yeah, why not? I mean, and you know, again, you know, we're always going for the parties. That's what I tell everybody on my team. You know, we don't want to be sales focused. We want to be party focused and, you know, recruiting focused. But that can turn into a party too. You know, you could find out that somebody is wanting some things from their wish list and say, well, you know, you can place this order, or, you know, why don't we just throw together a party for you? You know, the special is so great in May. And so you just don't know by reaching out to them. You always do want to ask for the party. So don't just go for that sale. Always ask for the party. Or as Tina would say, you know, always ask for the recruit first. See if they're, oh, well, that's included in, in our new consultants.
In the past, I have also used their wish list as a recruiting tool because you can pull up the kits and look at what they have on their wish list. And if they have 10 items on their wish list, you can tell them, hey, you know, you can get these 10 items right here from your wish list on in the kit, and then, you know, try it out, see how Pamper Chef sells itself sometimes, and, you know, maybe you've got a whole new career instead of just wish list.
Yeah,
Instead of just spending money to make money.
Trudy was just making a comment. She's a new consultant, so she doesn't really have any wish lists. So let's talk a little bit about how you could get more wish lists. So you could offer brownie points in your virtual parties for anyone that goes in and makes a wish list, right? Send it to all your friends. Tell all your friends and family, hey, let me see your wish list. You know, maybe, you know, birthdays are coming or Christmas. Make a wish list on Pampered Chef. So just reach out and ask people to make wish lists.
Right.
My wording on wish list in virtual parties is fill out a wish list. You know, have you done it? And yes, I give them brownie points. And then I say, you know, do your wish list, send it to me, and you just might win something on there. Because a lot of times when I give away a grand prize, I look and see if they have a wish list. And if they do, I pick something within the range that I was willing to gift. And, you know, they've already picked it out for me. I know it's going to be something they want because it's on their wish list.
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
great
wow.
idea.
I love that, Deb. Do you have a graphic that says that, or you just type that up?
I just say it. I say, fill out a wish. Have you made your wish list yet? I have the graphic that just shows the front of the wish list, how to get there from your page. And then
Okay.
I just say, fill out a wish list, share it with me, and you just might win something on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing, if they make you the consultant on the wish list, that's really good too.
Yes.
Definitely. And, those wish lists are a great way to keep in contact with your customers. And while a lot of people are home, you could say something like, oh, now is a great time to go shopping without spending any money. Just pick out the things you want, and then we'll worry about getting them later. So any
Deb,
other?
can you share that? Can
Yeah,
you
I
share
can share the post. Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem.
Anything else? Any other questions or ideas that you guys are having? I love, getting new ideas. Focusing on a wish list. I haven't been putting a post about the wish list in my party, so I might start doing that. I love, or in my VIP group especially. I think that'd be a great use for that.
Or you could even, well, if you don't have a big customer base, you couldn't, but, send out a customer connection email saying, everybody that creates a wish list, I'm going to put you in a drawing. I'm going to draw one person, and I'm going to get you a prize.
Because
or
those are
something.
all connections, those are all people that are making you their Pampered Chef consultant. Same thing, like if you sent that out in a customer connection email, say, that you might win a prize for people filling out the wish list. It's a really great way to keep in touch with people. Any other ideas? Anybody like something that they've heard tonight?
What?
Wow, yay.
I just have to say, I love these calls, and, I come to these calls thinking, oh, I heard it all. Like, not that I know it all, but I always learn something every time from you guys, every time. So that's what I love about a team effort is, we can learn so many things. It doesn't matter how long you've been in this company. There's always more to learn and ideas that you can just get. And if you just take one from every training you do and implement it, before you know it, you just be rocking and rolling.
I'm telling you, and Tina's right, every time I get on any kind of training, whether it's, upper level or just one of our team calls, like I always am like, oh, I never would have thought of that. So I appreciate it too. I just think that, more brains are better than my brain for sure. So.
Amen.
Yep. All right, everyone. Well, I think that's our time. Unless anybody has any other suggestions or ideas or something cute they've seen or something that's been working for them. I know, Laura, you're awfully quiet. Some things have been working for you, that's for sure.
Sometimes you might feel like you're being like pushy. Like if, like, for example, I had a lady who wanted to order the 1-quart micro cooker and the 2-quart micro cooker. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, did you know they have a set? I said, you can actually get all 3 of them. And there's the third one that, and I explained about the third one, and then, the lid, the double inner lid that keeps things from boiling over. And she ended up going ahead and getting the set, and I just feel like that's good customer service. Like, you're not just taking their order and just moving on. You're like, tell them, hey, they got this really cool set, and you do save money when you buy it in a set. Even if someone buys a rock crock, I'm always, if they've just buy the rock crock, the Dutch oven or the everyday pan, I'm always like, oh my gosh, you should just go ahead and get the set, because it's only, $30 more to get the set. But if you decide later you want the stand, it's going to be $60. So Pampered Chef is giving it to you for half price.
Right.
So,
And
I
that's
always appreciate that. Yeah.
That is a great point. And I love that too, things for like the stoneware starter set. And I've done that with the micro cooker set also. I had somebody who was buying, looking for a gift for somebody going to college. And she was going to buy just one of them. And I said, just, think about this, because it's just such a great set. So it's a really great thing to be familiar with those sets. And I'm going to encourage each of you during your parties this week to go take a look at all of the orders as they come in, and maybe put in the group something that you, whether you sold something else or whether you just, something you found from going through each of those orders and talking to your customers about them. So if you discovered that I had an example of that just a couple maybe like yesterday or the day before, where I had to go and contact a customer because I noticed that they got one thing and they could have gotten something else and it would actually save them some money. Sometimes they order a few things and they could have gotten a set. Like if they got the snack bar maker and the Teal mini spatula separately, they didn't realize that that could be a set. You know, there's a way that we can really save them some money. So so I'd encourage you each to go into each order this week and let us know something that came from that. Okay, so that's my challenge. All right. I think that's it. Tina, you have anything else?
No, that was great. I love it. Thank you guys for joining us.
Yes, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it, and have a great night. Bye, everybody.
Night.
Back on at 8.
Rock those
Bye,
mountains.
everybody.
Rock those mountains. Let's get it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.